Don Lemon and Mark Lamont Hill had on Republican strategist Alice Stewart on CNN to talk about some recent comments from President Obama. He was doing an interview and he was asked directly about racism, and he basically said that, sure, some people don't like me simply because I'm black, but also some people like me because I'm black. Well, some conservatives were outraged by the fact that he basically said racism still exists, and notice what this Republican refuses to admit here.
He said, there's no doubt that there's some folks who just really dislike me because they don't like the idea of a black president. Well, I'm joined now by Republican strategist and radio talk show host Alice Stewart and CNN political commentator Mark Lamont Hill. Okay, I'm glad you guys are in different cities because I might have to separate you two. Alice, is the president playing the race card, as Palin suggests, or he's just stating the obvious?
Well, two more words on this. Stop it. Of course he's playing the race card, and the problem we have here, is especially on MLK Day of all days, is look how far we've come. We have not only elected the first African-American president, we've re-elected him. And the fact of the matter is, he's not, people don't dislike him because he is a black president. That has nothing to do with it. It's because he's a blind president. It's not about the pigment of his skin. It's about his policies, his job-killing policies, and the numbers that he really needs to be concerned with is the fact that 53% of Americans don't trust him. They think he's managing this country wrong.
Alice, is it really, I mean, he didn't say all people. He said some people. Don't you think it would be disingenuous to think that all people who dislike the president dislike him because of his policies? I know black people who didn't like George Bush because he was white. That's the truth. You don't think there are white people who don't like the president because he's black?
I think the concerns people have and the reason people don't like President Obama is because of his policies, nothing to do with the
Hold on. Alice,
go ahead, Mark.
But that wasn't the question. Alice, that wasn't the question. The question was, do you think there are any, not do you think that there are a majority? Because the point here is, first of all, 39% of white people voted for Obama. Most white people did not vote for Barack Obama, and I have no doubt that some of them did it on racial grounds. But let's be clear. President Obama also said that there are some black people who only support him or who give him the benefit of the doubt because he is black. So it's not as if Obama came out and said, white people are picking on me. He's saying that some people, black people and white people, vote along racial lines and support along racial lines. But one more thing here, and that is this whole race card thing. Just because you mention race doesn't mean you're playing the race card. Somehow the race card has become this thing to stop black people from talking about race. You can acknowledge racism, white supremacy without playing a race card.
Go ahead, Alice.
It's used to end the discussion. That's what is used to stop any kind of person that has any opposition to the president. And here's an important quote from the
Did Obama do that, though? Did Obama do that?
He came into office.
Did he do that yesterday?
This is what he's done ever since he's been elected. He came in promising unity. We are one nation. I'm the president of all America. When all he's done is class warfare. No, the key is, the quote he said is, people don't like me, and he's referring to that. He says it's because of the color of his skin.
He said.
But it's not about that. It's about his job-killing policies and the way he has not been honest with the American people.
But he continues. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Hold on. Can I ask you a question? Are you suggesting that there's not one white person in this country that opposes Obama on the grounds of race? Are you saying that there is not one? That's a simple question.
The people who dislike this president do so because they don't like his policies and the way he has
and that's why we can't get anywhere.
Country.
This is the problem. You actually can't acknowledge the existence of any level of racism. You can't even acknowledge that one white person out of hundreds of millions of people might be racist. That, to me, is so absurd that actually eliminates any.
She refuses to admit that there's even one white racist in the country. One! Just one! Okay, you're not a serious person at this point. You're a joke. You're an idiot. Your primary concern is, what are my talking points? What can I say to try to divert the direct question to me? How can I dance around it and not give the answer that everybody knows is the real answer? That, of course, there are some people who are racist and dislike Obama just because he's black. Again, they're not saying a majority. They're not saying every person. They're saying some people that don't like Obama don't like him because he's black. I can't believe that she can't admit that there's one. Okay, run this tape here.
I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal.
But the Secret Service does. The federal agency now aware of this Turlock woman because of her Facebook post following President Obama's re-election. Quote, another 4 years of this N-word. Maybe he'll get assassinated this term.
There's your one person. Case closed. No, but see, again, this isn't, I don't even know why I'm bothering to do this. Here, show some pictures. A shirt that says, put the white back in the White House. That's not racist? Explain to me how that's not racist. A bumper sticker that says, don't renege in 2012. That's not racist? Explain to me how that's not racist. Don't renege? Nig, as in short for the N-word? Okay, well, how about this? A sign in front of a Georgia bar that says, I don't support the nigger in the White House. That's not racist? I believe that's the very definition of racist. By the way, all of these things have been verified as, real. We're genuinely in front of, a racist house. One was in front of a racist bar in the South. The other guy showed up to like a Confederate rally wearing the shirt. So, look, man, if you can't admit that, again, it's just a waste of time.